From Studio B in the Communication Building at Olivet Nazarene University, it's Tonight at Olivet with Adam Keller. Tonight's guests include this year's homecoming king, Nathan Gonzalez, and this year's homecoming queen, Allison Lee. Here's your host, Adam Keller.
Good evening, everyone. Sorry I'm running a little late. The Starbucks baristas took a little bit extra long with my drink. I'm your host, Adam Keller, and we are so happy that you are here tonight for our first episode of this season of Tonight at Olivet. We have a lot of fantastic things coming up in the next coming weeks, but before we get started, I thought I would take a second to introduce myself. As I said, my name is Adam Keller, and I am from Bloomington-Normal, Illinois, home of State Farm, Illinois State University, the original Steak and Shake, and surrounded by beautiful mountains. I'm just kidding. It is Illinois after all, and that means it's flat and surrounded by miles and miles of nothing but corn. Fun fact, for a while, Bloomington-Normal actually had the most restaurants per capita in the entire country. That's right, we had a lot of restaurants and not that many people to eat at them. I actually worked for a couple of those restaurants. I worked for a farm-to-table restaurant company starting when I was 17 years old. Actually, some of my biggest passions in life have been food, cooking, restaurants, and coffee. So when it was time for me to come to college, I knew exactly what I had to study: pastoral ministry. Since I've been at college, I've had a lot of great classes, some of them better than others, but all of them were incredibly interesting. The other day, I was shown an article that listed some of the very interesting classes that colleges are teaching these days. Here are a few of them. If you've ever wondered how science and magic can go together, then the science of Harry Potter might be a class that you will find quite enchanting. Feeling defiant? Feeling defiant? Consider taking How to Stage a Revolution. That is, if you can get through the class without half of it trying to overthrow the teacher and teach it themselves. Have you ever found yourself thinking, I love science, but I always think that the science classes that I take don't cover a wide enough range of topics? Yes? Well, then you might consider taking the science, from superheroes to global warming. Looking for something a little bit more with the times? Then maybe you should sign up for the politics of Kanye West. Black genius or sonic aesthetic? One class that I know that I would love to take is Coffee 101. I actually think that I could probably teach a couple classes of it, but that's a conversation for another day. And lastly, if you're down with a little bit of controversy, consider taking the course Because Dave Chappelle Said So. I didn't come up with it, Vassar College did. We've got a great show lined up for you. Tonight we have the king himself, Nathan Gonzalez, and this year's homecoming queen, Allison Lee. Stick around to find out what happens. Welcome back, everyone. As you know, midterms were just upon us this last week, and this can be an incredibly stressful time for our students. Well, we wanted to put some students to the test in a new course that is being offered at Olivet, Common Sense 101. We went in to some public places here at Olivet, and we found some students to put to the test with our very own Andrew McBurney.
We're here at Olivet, this place of higher education. We're going to go through our campus Starbucks and ask some people just some basic questions, see what they have to say. Did Frederick Douglass serve as president in the 60s or in the 70s?
That is an intriguing question. And I do luckily know that he was not president of the United States.
Correct. Correct.
Isn't he from the 1800s? Wouldn't it be like the 60s?
He was never president.
Are you sure? Can you spell the word yes?
Y-E-S?
Congratulations. I'm going to add an E to that. What does E-Y-E-S sound like?
E-S.
You just sound it out.
ES. Yeah.
Eyes.
Correct.
East?
EYES.
A monkey, a bird, and a squirrel all race up a coconut tree. Which one do you think is going to get to the banana first?
I would say the monkey.
None of them. It is a coconut tree.
I'm gonna go squirrel, 'cause squirrels run up the trees.
Well, it's a coconut tree, so there's no bananas.
Say the monkey. They usually eat bananas. So what do you think?
I don't even remember the question.
The squirrel.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Bro, monkey.
Why is that?
The monkey's the only one interested in a banana.
Can you spell the word esophagus?
ASOPHAGUS.
It starts with the letter E.
ES, OPH, AG, AUS.
I could try ESCOU. There's a PH in there somewhere, and then a GOUS.
Esophagus. Thank you.
Seems like an interesting class. Common Sense 101 will be available in the spring 2022 semester. My first guest has been heavily involved in student ministry since the beginning of freshman year. He has been on ASC and a freshman mentor. He is currently serving as the student chaplain intern for Shalom Ministries. And this year, he was crowned Olivet Nazarene University's first ever homecoming king. Please welcome my friend, Nathan Gonzalez.
Something.
How you doing?
Better now.
Good to see you. I'm glad. Thanks for being on here, man. I really appreciate it. Now, Nathan, you might not all know this, but we've known each other for a good amount of time. We met, what was it, like the second day of class here, freshman year? Yeah, man, so much has changed. You cut your hair. I mean, it used to be down to like what, here?
Just the shoulders, no big deal.
Just the shoulders, yeah. So I gotta know, I don't know if we've ever talked about this before, but how did you get here to Olivet?
Well, it's an intricate story, but me and my dad, after knowing that I wanted to be a pastoral ministry major somewhere, spent a lot of time in prayer and then on safari. We went on and typed in just the top Christian colleges in the Midwest, and Olivet was number 5. And so
Number 5?
I couldn't be number 1, you know, that's a little too extra.
Gotcha.
But number 5 was just a sweet spot. So.
Sweet. So you got here at Olivet, and you said you're pastoral ministry major, right?
Correct.
Gotcha. So you knew that as soon as you got here, you wanted to be in some ministries. What was the first thing ministry related that you did?
Yeah, so the first thing that I did as soon as I got here was just get into the quad and start praying really hard. And
nice.
that led me to ASC, which through that I was served as the class chaplain as a freshman. So sorry, Natalie Cook, but
yeah, that's right. We actually both ran for chaplain. I remember meeting you because we were both getting the paper signed with signatures so that we could run. We both ran, but you won, and that's okay. You won.
We never dealt with that again, though, so it's fine.
No, we didn't. It's fine. So you were chaplain for freshman year and sophomore years as well, right?
Yep.
And then junior year, you were chaplain?
Yeah, so under junior year, I served then as the next step forward, which is a student chaplain intern, which is also what I do now.
Gotcha. So you've been doing that for 2 years now.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. So what are your jobs in that role?
Yeah, so essentially, I oversee the upper room ministry, go upper room, and I work with other chaplains just in preparing messages, preparing a time of worship and fellowship for the students. And it plugs me with a lot of lunches with students. So it's a big win in the relational aspect and the food aspect as well.
I like that one. So with being in this role, as you've said, you've been able to connect with a lot of people over time. And because of that, this year, you were nominated out of the entirety of the senior class to be on the homecoming court, right?
I guess that's what they said.
Yeah. So you were voted on out of the entirety of the senior class. And then 10 people were selected, right? And you and I were he and I both were on this list, the top 10. And then people voted on that one, and they selected 5. And we were both on that again. that was just, I mean, can you tell me what your thought process was while you were seeing this all go down?
Well, first it helped me how to count from 10 to 5, but it also was just a humbling experience to see. It's not like I really asked or said anything about it. To be honest, most people's stories about it, I just skipped through it on Instagram. But it was very humbling to see people willing to choose you and I and other great men and women on this team and this group of people. So it was definitely very humbling for myself, and it was an honor for sure to stand next to guys like you and Derek and Kwame and I guess Josh as well.
Yeah, it was really cool. Everyone who was on that stage was just an incredible person to stand beside. But with the guys in specific, this was the first year in the history of Olivet Nazarene University that there was going to be a homecoming king. Out of the 5 of us, they were going to vote on who was going to be homecoming king, and that was just so exciting to be just up there with that group, because really anybody could have gotten it, but you did, and I'm happy for you. Really, I am. But you won king. So walk me through, what was that like, winning instead of me? What was that like? What was it like getting to wear this crown?
The best part about wearing this had to clearly have been how well it fits, obviously. No, I'm just kidding. In all seriousness, Adam, if I can get sentimental for a moment, I think it was very humbling and a reminder of God's goodness.
Yeah.
Being the first of anything really carries a lot of weight, good and bad. But especially in a role like this, I think it's a reminder that God's redemptive, and He works in your lives in ways that you wouldn't expect Him to. And so it's just, as the first, it's an encouragement to know that it really could have been any of us. But I'm thankful that it was me, and it just serves as a testament of the way I want to give back to people.
Absolutely.
So I guess in a roundabout way, you can take this back then.
No, it's all right. I truly am not bitter in any way about it being you. I mean, you have to know that during this process of us waiting to see who would be homecoming king, all of us knew that it was going to be you. The rest of us who were on that court, we knew it was going to be you, and we were honored to stand beside you because you have done some incredible things, and you really, really deserve it. So it is an honor to sit with you right now as the first ever homecoming king of Olivet Nazarene University. Ladies and gentlemen, Nathan Gonzalez. All right, well, if you'll stick around, next we have the homecoming queen, Allison Lee. Welcome back, everyone. Nathan, thank you so much for being here, but it isn't time to introduce the more important person. My next guest has been on the soccer team since she stepped onto this campus. She's been a freshman mentor. She's been the co-leader of the Best Buddies Ministry, and this year she was crowned the 2021 Homecoming Queen. Ladies and gentlemen, my friend, Allison Lee. Thank you so much for being here. You make this couch look so much better.
I'd have to agree.
It is an honor to have the homecoming queen and Nathan.
Just this guy.
So, Allison, you have been on the soccer team since freshman year, right?
Yes.
So, how did you get into soccer?
Well, I've been playing since I was young, and I knew I wanted to continue my athletic career. I played a few different sports, but soccer is what I had the strongest passion for. And so I decided to look for Christian schools that also had sports, and Olivet was one of the first ones that came up. And I attended a camp and knew from then that Olivet was a school I wanted to choose. So I'm very thankful for that decision.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. That's so cool. So since being a part of the soccer team, how has that experience been? What is it like? What were the highs of this experience? How has it formed you?
So soccer has been so much more than just like athletics to me. It has formed me as a person, and I am so thankful for all the growth that's caused through it. And most importantly, through my Olivet soccer experience, has been spiritual growth. And that's through all my coaches and their spiritual leadership, and that's what's most important in our program. And that's exactly what I wanted in a school and what God was calling me to. And so not only being physically pushed, but mentally, emotionally, and most importantly, spiritually. So it's
That's
been
incredible.
awesome. Mm-hmm.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That God could use anything, including soccer, to form you into the person that He's called you to be. That's just so incredible. All I know of soccer has been, I played for a year when I was in 8th grade, and it didn't go well. The team did well, I didn't. So I decided to not continue. But it's so incredible to me that you have grown in ways because of soccer, spiritually, physically. That's incredible. This year, big news, as we can see from the crown on your head, you were crowned homecoming queen. What'd you think? What was that like?
Ultimately, I was just extremely humbled. It was something that was so unexpected, and it just shows that my Olivet experience has been great, and I've created so many awesome friendships through different things I've been involved in, and there's just great people at Olivet, and they've helped me become who I am. And the most thing that came out of it was just how thankful I am for the blessings that God's given me throughout my entire life. So yes, I'm very, very humbled and excited and loved the journey so far. So
wonderful.
Yeah.
Praise the Lord. That's so cool. I'm sure that Nathan can attest to this. But in the process between when the voting was done to when we found out who was queen, I had a lot of interactions with people of them saying, that's so exciting that Allison's going to be queen.
What?
Like I had people who were saying to me,
Oh my
it's
gosh.
really cool that Allison's going to be queen. That happened more than once.
Oh my
So
gosh.
when you were on stage and we're all standing there and Matt Smith says, the homecoming queen, Allison Lee.
Yeah.
What was the first thought that went through your mind?
Quite honestly, I thought it was like a mix-up or something, so I was like, no way. I was just kind of, I guess, in shock, and immediately humbled. I was like, I just said a little prayer in my head, and I was like, thank you, Lord, for this opportunity to be on this stage and just spread God's glory. So I was in shock, and I'm still comprehending it, but it was amazing. So
That's incredible. Well, I mean, know that you deserved it. You really, really did. And that's just such a cool thing to have as a memory from your time in college, as you're going into the real world of, I was homecoming queen. And that's just incredible. So, all right, well, this next question that I have for both of you, is there is there a special someone in your lives?
You go.
The one with the ring should probably go first.
Oh gosh.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yes, I'm getting married in December.
Wow.
I'm graduating in December and getting married a few days after my last final. So things are crazy, but between my last semester and finishing up classes, and but yeah, he graduated here 2 years ago, and so his name is Kenson Vaughn, and so
Wow.
yeah, I'm very, very excited.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Well, I'm not getting married in December, but I do have a special someone. I'd like to give a shout out to Carly Smith. Although you're Olivet's queen, I have my own, and that's her.
Ooh,
So
that's so
I'll
fun.
give it to you.
share
That's
the crown.
awesome. What was Vincent's major?
He was actuarial science.
Wow.
So math, that's what I know about it. I don't know what it means, but
I am happy for people like him who
I
are
know.
going into things like that. It
Yes.
is not for me.
yeah.
Well, thank you so much for sharing a little bit about your significant others. You know it's getting cold out, and we know it's becoming what some people like to call cuffing season. Well, what we want to do is help teach you a little bit about how to spot this cuffing season. Welcome to our training session. We're calling it Dating or Just Friends. So in this game, we are going to look pictures of two people, and we're going to go guess if they are dating or if they are just friends. We will look at the pictures, we will lock in our votes, and then I will share with you the results. Are you two ready?
Yes.
All righty,
ready.
let's go ahead and take a look at the first one. So, these two right here, do you think that they are friends or just or they are dating?
They're friends.
Friends?
Fact. I know they're friends.
Well, even though it's Brandon McCartney, I'd have to say friends.
Friends? Alrighty,
Ladies'
let's go
man.
ahead and look at the answer for this one.
Yes.
You're right, they are just friends.
1 for 1.
Well done. All right, next one.
Oh.
This happy couple right here, what do you think? Are they friends?
I sure hope they're
Are
dating.
they dating?
I say dating.
I'm willing to take the next step and say engaged.
Oh.
Ooh,
for sure
okay,
dating.
but we're gonna go ahead and say dating?
Yes.
All right, yep,
Oh,
that's
God.
right, they are dating. All right, let's look at this one. These two right here, are they friends
Oh.
or are they dating?
I'm gonna say friends.
Friends?
I think they're on a roller coaster.
Casual selfie?
Casual selfie.
Now I'm following her lead. I'm also saying
Yeah, you learned
friends.
your lesson? All right, these two friends are dating.
Let's go.
They are
Yes.
friends. Cool, just a casual selfie.
Yes.
Yeah, it does look like they're on a roller coaster. All right, and this last one,
Oh,
friends are
gosh.
dating.
The hand on the hip, dating. Definitely.
The hands on the chest, dating.
Those are his hands.
Hands on the chest, that's what it is, dating. All righty.
Yes.
And they are dating. Well
Yes.
done, you two. Thank you so much. Thank you, Nathan and Allison, for joining us. It has been a pleasure to be here with the homecoming queen and the king himself. Thank you so much again. And thank you all for tuning in to this first episode of Tonight at Olivet. It has been such a pleasure to have all of you watching. And now it is time to wrap up this first episode. Thank you all so much again, guests, crew, audience, for being here tonight, and thank you. Thank you so much for tuning in. From Tonight at Olivet, I am Adam Keller.